Versus Nye are going to go at it inside the PXP arena tonight, and you are part of it here with us. So welcome to the stream. It is nightfall currently in the arena, and it is Jack versus Nye. It is a 10 o'clock kickoff, and it's about to get interesting, as at some point tonight, by the end of tonight, we are going to find out a winner of somebody who will be going in to the semi-finals. There can only be one winner, and it's going to be here tonight. So welcome to the stream, guys. We're live on Anchor with 6 people, and people are tuning in on YouTube because everyone wants to be part of the action. Welcome here tonight, lads, with us inside PXP Arena. Nye versus Jack, round 2. Both players done their ring walk. They will all get posted separately due to copyright, but they're all here, getting ready. Both of them getting into action. So it's Nye on the green side, Jack on the red. That will make red skin is on the red side, and Nye is kind of skin, and he'll be on the green side. So lads, if you want to get on your podiums, we will go on. We'll go on 0. Just to give you a bit of time. We'll go on 0. Nye on the green, Jack on the red. PXP round 2. There can only be one winner, and you are part of it here with us tonight. Off they go. Oh, there's more. Oh,
it's not me, no.
Oh shit, we didn't even say that I was allowed to edit before.
There you go, ammo off, lads. It always has a bit of controversy at the start, but who's going to be the first one to crank the 90? It's Jack. Jack now trying to get as much high ground as possible. They have we have respected both fighters' decision on not using balloons tonight, as it will get quite distracting. So we are watching from the stands.
Oh fuck, I fell.
Nye's fallen to the bottom, but it's okay as full damage is not on. We're going to get into the portal, make sure we get to the very, very top. It's quite a good point at the stage of doing it now, as Nye's fallen, so not much is going to happen. Okay, sip of the drink, we're back. Right, okay. Here they are now. Jack there, just chilling on the high ground, making sure Nye can't make his way into the fight. But Nye is slowly but surely progressing his way up to the build structure, and Jack is keeping an eye, making sure that he doesn't get much further than he does. Nye now just making his way, trying to find his way back into the fight. It was a dodgy start. He did fall from the very top, but Jack is just dominating the high ground there, feeling nice and relaxed in that top corner, making sure that there's no threats, and just making sure he carries on with Nye. What is going to happen here tonight, guys? Feel free to comment. We've had a late kickoff, 10 o'clock. Normally it's like 9:30, so we're 30 minutes behind schedule. But both fighters going at it already. There's some crucial clinical shots there landed by Jack, and Nye might be hurt. But we haven't seen any chug splashes yet, so we're going to find out. But Nye now finding his way in. This is good. He's made a good, clean routine of getting back into this fight. Jack just applying as much pressure as he can. Tom, you remember they didn't want balloons, so just make sure you keep your distance. But here we go now. Nye just coming into the fight. Again, lads, on stream, if you're wondering why we haven't got the drone footage, it is because both fighters didn't want the balloon due to it being distracting, which is fair enough. But Nye now playing some easy light shots at Jack there, just making sure that he can land as many shots as possible. Looks like some of them landed as Jack is healing up. He's throwing some down to Nye as well, by the looks of it. But Jack's just getting into this fight now. Nye's just making sure he can pick off Jack, hopefully getting weak, and then come up with a follow-up shot and stun him. But find out, lads. Feel free to comment in the comment section what you think is going to happen tonight, what the result is going to be, and how long the rounds are going to be. Lots of you tuning in on Anchor here for a clinical PXP versus Nye versus Jack PXP. Here we go. The build structures are climbing. 0-0 if you've just joined here with us tonight. Round 2, Jack versus Nye. 0-0. Both fighters very close to each other. It's a race to get to the top of the build.
Fine, don't build then.
Nye has fallen down a bit, but it's all good. Jack applying pressure now, forcing Nye to build. Is Nye gonna make a play? Jack's making an aggressive play, but there's a good flank there from Nye. And Jack feeling very confident at joining in now, and it's a 1v1. No shots landed from Nye. He's gone from an interesting tactic there. Oh, there you go. Now Jack got it, 1-0. Nye was not replying with any shots. He was just trying to get out of his build battle, and Jack knew he was weak, followed up with that shotgun, and he came away with the first round. But again, Both fighters need to know it is only the first round here. It is first to 5 if you're new to the PXP. So again, Jack has got a long journey ahead of him, but Knight has still got plenty of shots of redemption. So both fighters now just getting back onto the podium. We're going to let the loot drop. And yeah.
When you got your last shots in,
Right, you got your loot.
it's
Loot
jumped
out
out
the
now.
edge, you know.
Trying to get my attention, trying to get your attention. But now that I'm gone, you want me back.
Right to the side.
Here we go. Both fighters ready now. That was the intermission. It is currently 1-0 to Jack here.
Huh?
Do you want to add it out or do you want me to?
No, you can edit this now.
Alright.
Alright. We will go on. Let me just get into position. We're going to go on 15. Both fighters now. Here we go. Ammo off. 15 is being played. Who's going to be the first one to crank the 90? It is going to be Jack. Nye just trying to gain as much high ground as possible. It looks like it's going to be Nye with the high ground, but Jack just building out to the left there, making sure he can get it. But Nye is going to be the one with the high ground by the looks of it, or maybe... Oh, it's going to be a close one. Who's it going to be? It is a clash. It is a clash, but we're going to go through the portal now. As you can see there, the structure building very high. We're going to try and go through the portal now. We excuse for not recording the gameplay while we go through the portal. We're just watching it. Jack there applying pressure on tonight. We're going to go through now. Perfect. Well, we've got a better view now. Jack there again with the high ground. Knight is 1-0 down, but he has got plenty of rounds to get back into it. He needs to reply with shots if Jack starts getting into it. But Jack putting more pressure on. Knight just finding his way up to the top. Some good pressure there applied on Knight, getting Jack as worried as possible. Some of them might have connected as well, as Jack did just replenish some health there. Might have happened later on in the fight, which we didn't see. But Knight's just making sure that he can get into this fight. He's got a nice little cover structure going up there. Jack hasn't spotted it. Yes, now he has. Making sure he doesn't get that high ground, building up. Knight getting into it, using Jack's edits to his advantage. This build battle is getting higher and higher. We're coming up to the 1 minute mark now. Jack now applying pressure. Again, dominating the high ground. Just making sure that Knight does not get his way to the top. Is Knight coming into this fight with a tactic? Forced to build there. Jack is putting a lot of pressure. Some of them shots might have even landed as well.
Oh, fuck.
Knight finding it hard to get it to the top now. Oh, Jack's going for an attacking play. He believes Knight's weak. Is he going to regret this, or is he going to come away with it? All Knight needs will be a lucky headshot, and the same with Jack. You can take a damage, you can take a player's health away with just one shot. But Jack there now replenishing his health. Going to the top. Making sure that Knight doesn't get the high ground. He's just chilling on the top. Knight finding his way into the fight. Is Knight approaching this match with a tactic? That is the big question. Is he going to outsmart Jack and make plays which he's not expecting? At this moment in time, Jack is very dominant in the first 2 rounds. He's very relaxed, chilled. He's at the high ground for both fights. We're unaware of what's going on. Shots being applied. We can't see what's going on. We're just relying on that death message, guys. It sounds like it's kicking off. Knight just replenishing health. He needs to go. Oh, he's done it! 1-1. Wow, we weren't expecting that there from Knight. He said he was in trouble. We could hear the shots. Jack was playing a very aggressive play there, and before, just like that, it is gone to 1-1. Intermission, heading into round 3.
God, that pressure's really getting to me.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like your demons drive me close to hell. I can feel that.
Right, here we go now, heading into the third round. If you've just joined in, it is 1-1. Nye just took the last round. Jack with an aggressive play. Nye getting forced to build, but he did get that lucky shot there, which took Jack's health in. I think it was like 2 shotgun shots, but maybe this is going to change. A bit of controversy. Maybe both fighters are now going to approach this a bit differently. Nye didn't feel confident, and Jack was dominating the high ground, but he did come away with that round. 1-1, anything can happen. Here we go, so we will go on 25. Both fighters are off now. Nye going on the red side, Jack off the green. Who's going to be the first one to 90? It's going to be Jack. Oh, Nye follows up there. Who's going to be the one with the high ground? We're just getting as much high ground as possible. We're going to hit the portal now. Here you go now. It's going to be Jack with the high ground. Certainly going to be Jack with the high ground. Oh, that's a good play there from Nye. He went out to the side. He went out to the side, and he's abandoned it. But we're now going to get straight back in. If you've just joined here on PXP, it is 1-1. Nye there taking the last round, which we just saw. It is 1-1. Jack applying pressure now. That really was a good shot there from Nye. No, from Jack there. Jack applying pressure on Nye, forcing him to build. If any of these shots land, Jack will need to follow up. Again, if you've just joined, it is 1-1. Jack took the first round, Nye took the second. We're now in round 3. PXP round 2 semi-final match. Whoever will win tonight, there can only be one winner, and the winner will be going into the semi-finals. Nye now making his way into this fight. Jack just gaining as much high ground as he possibly can, making sure Nye can't get and threat him. Good fight in front of our eyes here on PXP. Jack spots Nye's builds and forces him to build. Jack is applying a lot of pressure there. You never know, some of them could hit and he could follow up. Again, just dominating that high ground, making sure Nye can't get into the fight, can't be any type of threat to Jack. He's just chilling there, watching. It is good with the high ground because you do have that advantage of knowing when your opponent is, like now where Nye tries to build, tries to get into it. Jack spotted him. It's good there though, Nye. Oh, Jack goes for an aggressive play again. He did this in the last round. Is it gonna work for him this time? He's jumped down to Nye's level.
I fell.
But Nye reports that he has fallen, and we can see him taking health there, so some of them shots must have landed.
This is by accident, I am just trash. Not in what Harry did.
Here we go there, Nye in front of our very eyes, making his way back up to this tall structure. Jack not letting him get into the fight, making sure that he gets into it. Jack has fallen. Was that an aggressive play or did he mean it? Don't know. Doesn't look like he meant it. He's coming straight back up. 1-1 here. PXP live. It's a very good game unfolding in front of our very eyes tonight, guys. There can only be one winner and one will be going into the semi-finals. But Jack spots an attack there from Nye and makes it short-living as he applies pressure. Nye forced to go down the opposite way and try a different act. Oh, here you go though. Nye making his way into the build. Jack's not spotting it though. There you go. Nye applying pressure on Jack, forcing him to come down. Oh, there you go. That's a great shot there from Jack. That definitely connected. Nye will be hurt after that. That looked like it connected. Could be wrong, obviously, from our distance here, but that was a nice little jab there from Jack. Yep, it connected as Nye makes sure he replenishes his health and gets straight back into the fight as he does. Is Jack going to spot it? Yes, he does. He applies pressure, but Nye making his way up. Despite the force and pressure being applied here by Jack, Nye is getting into it. Oh, he's exposed though, and Jack takes that chance, and he does. And does he connect though? That's the big question. Oh, here we go again. Nye is exposed again. He needs to build. They definitely connect as he chuck splashes up. This could be a potential attacking play for Jack, and he does. It's a 1v1. Who's going to take it? Jack's built. He does a nice window edit here. Nye makes sure he builds. Who's going to take this next round? It's in front of our very eyes. Both fighters getting very close to each other. That was the first bit of action. We're coming up to the 5-minute mark of round 3 as we get higher and higher in this build battle. Here you go now. They've reached max height. Both fighters can't do any more, but Jack takes the third round. 2-1. Shotgun off guard, and Jack comes out, pounces on him. 2 shots are all it needs, and he sent himself 2-1 up. He could do with the next round, but there you go, guys. 2-1 to Jack in the third round. Right, here we go now, heading into the next round. If you've just joined, it is Jack 2, Nye 1. Jack just took the most recent round. Right, all spectators, if you want to head back up to your spectating stands now. 2-1 to Jack. PXP. We're 16 minutes into this stream and we're 2-1 up. Again, it's a must-win for both fighters now. We're at that midpoint of the fight. And both fighters need this round. Jack needs it to make a cushion between his lead. Nye needs it so he can get back and stop trailing in this fight. If Jack takes this round, Nye will begin to be in trouble. But if Nye takes this round, we're going to have a very close fight and fold in front of our very eyes. So lads, we're going to go on 30. So when you're ready. And they're off. Both of them going diagonally away from each other. Not the best start from Nye there, but Jack's now comfortably got the high ground. But Nye's still making sure he gets into this fight. He's trapped himself again. Jack comfortably now taking the high ground, doing a few protective overhead builds as well. But oh, there you go, applying pressure on Nye. Some early shots there, low stage the build battle. It's Jack's tactic. He did it against Shabir, and it's a nice style of play, making sure that the pressure gets them nervous, just making sure they're forced to build. Again, both fighters have coped very well with this, Shabir and Nye, because it is Jack's style of play, applying pressure, not letting them get into the fight. But to be fair, both fighters are dealing well with it. But again, it does show why Jack wins rounds, because it's an interesting tactic style of play. It gets their opponent uncomfortable, as we can clearly see here, and we're now going to head into the portal. There you go, Jack's still gaining the high ground. We're now going to go through to the portal, so we're at a blind spot right now, but not for longer. Bang, right, we're in. And again, it remains Jack just chilling there at the high ground. Nye hasn't had much high ground at all so far in this fight. We're 16 minutes into the overall stream. No, 20, sorry. And about 2 minutes into the second round. I mean, this round here, sorry. But here we go. Nye's exposed. Jack did some clinical shots there. Did they land, though? We're about to find out. Is Nye going to replenish health? No, he's not. He's just making sure he keeps Jack busy. Throwing a few little light shots there just to keep him warned. Keeping Jack busy there, but Jack has the power to do an aggressive attacking play if he feels like it. Both fighters, all they need is a headshot with the shotgun, and it can define the round just like that. Here we go now. Some shots there landing. Oh, Jack believes Nye's weak. He goes for the pressure play. Oh, here you go. That's a good shot there from Nye. Jack's going to be weak after that. He's going to be weak. He just needs to apply pressure. Some good 2 shots there with a shotgun. Again, both fighters very weak now. All they need is a headshot. Nye got Jack weak, but so did Jack. Oh, Jack's taken the 3rd round. Wow. That was incredibly close there. I think we can definitely say that was the most closest round. Jack got Nye weak, but Nye also hit Jack with 2 very good shotgun shots. It is now 3-1 to Jack. It's not looking good for Nye. Nye needs to change something soon.
Oh my god.
Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All the days, trying to find a place. I guess we don't make a mistake.
Got this music bang.
Under your spotlight.
Alright boys, we're now ready to go into the next round. We're just making sure everything's all good on the stream. Yes, it is. Right, if you've just joined here, we've got loads of you tuning in on Anchor. Coming up to 16 people on Anchor now. We're doing really well here. It is Jack 3, Nye 1. I think it's safe to say both rounds, I mean all of the rounds we've watched so far have all been close. Jack took the last round and is now 3-1 up, but he reports that he was on 2 HP. So again, anything can happen. All I'd advise for both fighters is aim for the head. But but we'll go on 15 seconds. It's a must-win round for Nye, that is for sure. Otherwise, he will find himself in a lot of trouble. But let's remember, lads, Nye did go flawless on George. Nye's had a bad start here to his build, but he's building out. Jack's now applying pressure, spots him. That is the good thing with having the high ground. He can see whatever is happening. Last time out for Nye, he did go flawless on George Vorm, but Jack also beat Shabir in his last game. Right, we're at the very high point now. Jack there, chilling with the high ground. Nye on the bottom half. Jack just making sure, again, Nye can't get into his fight. Nye there, giving him some warning shots, though, forcing Jack to build. Nye could really do with getting possession of the high ground soon.
That's not happening.
But he reports that's not happening, but you never know. He's exposed, though, to Jack. Jack can spot Nye there. Nye doing some good builds, making sure he's covered at all times. Both fighters very close to each other now. Nye going very aggressive. Jack retreating out of that, and Nye's not letting him build any higher. Jack did retreat out of that fight there, but he's coming back down to it now, and he's exposed. Nye's going to be weak after that. Them shots must have landed, but Nye makes sure he keeps going up. He keeps going up. He keeps forcing the builds upwards. Jack again applying as much pressure as possible. Despite Nye getting hit so many times, Nye continues to fight. Whether the shots landed, we don't know. But Nye continues to throw some shotgun shots. So does Jack. There you go. Nye took a chug splash. Who's going to come out with the high ground here? It's still Jack, but this is a really intense build battle here. Nye refusing to get beaten here by Jack with the high ground. Both fighters going to be very close to each other now. All I'd say is aim for the head. They're getting very close. Is that Nye with the high ground? Oh, we're very close, but Jack's built a stair on top of him. Oh, it's a 1v1. It's a 1v1. It looks like it's Jack who's taking it. We can't see. We're relying on that bottom left corner. Yes, there you go. Jack shotguns. He is in 4-1. Jack has got a comfortable lead now, and it is not looking good for Nye. Jack applied as much pressure as possible, did some early jabs and then followed up, and has now taken the 4th round. We're here, PXP round 2. Jack 4, Nye 1.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow to the sun rays. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Right, there you go, lads. Alright. 4-1 to Jack. Lads, we do need to bear in mind right now, Jack is only 1 round away from going into the semi-finals. Again, it's not looking good for Nye, but we've seen it happen before. Will Nye send this round to overtime, or is Jack going to put it to bed? We will find out any minute now. I'm going to get rid of this build. Alright. There you go. Right. Jack 4, Nye 1. It's not looking good for Nye. Maybe he needs to switch up the tactics and approach the game in a different way. Maybe, you never know. But so far, so good for Jack. All I would recommend is he keeps playing the way he does. A lot of a pressure being applied, because that puts a lot of pressure on the opponent as well. But yeah, guys, we'll go on 50. We're currently almost potentially 1 round away from our next opponent going in to the semi-finals, and they are off, both diagonally going at each other. Not the best start from Jack. He did halt there, but is he going to get straight back into it? Nye cranks the 90s. Who's going to get the high ground? Nye could really do the high ground this time. Just going as high and high as possible. These guys are just cranking 90s. Oh, there you go. Nye putting some pressure on Jack very early on. But it looks like Jack again with the high ground in his favour. That's what he wants. That's how he wins rounds.
Oh, fucking hell.
We're currently going into the portal, so we can't see what's going on, but now we can. There you go, guys. Just like what we expected. Jack there with the high ground, making sure Nye can't get into his fight. He's got a bird's eye view of everything Nye is trying to attempt. And there you go. The Jack style of play of just applying pressure as much as he possibly can, forcing his opponent to build. Brilliant fight unravelling in front of our very eyes tonight here. It is Jack 4, Nye 1. Nye's made a little edit there, just applying the pressure onto Jack, along with Jack doing the same. Again, it is Jack with the high ground. He spots Nye trying to get into it, puts pressure, but Nye gets away with it there. He didn't, I don't think he did drop down. Coming back into it though, Jack spots the trouble and makes sure that he deals with it as soon as possible. Is he going to spot this one though, as Nye makes his way back up? Some nice, good protection there, preventing him from getting wall banged, just in case. Here you go though, Jack again, stops, sees, there you go again, yep. Jack stalks the trouble and prevents it from progressing. He's only 1 round away from going into the semi-final. Is it going to go to overtime, or is he going to put this a 5-1 victory? A lot of you saying that it's going to be a Jack win on Anchor. Quite quiet on YouTube here tonight. Again, not much rivalry in this fight. It's 2 AJM players going at each other. So they're the 2 owners of this channel we're currently streaming on, guys. So I mean, if that don't deserve a subscribe or a like, I don't know what does. So come on, chaps. But here we go. Nye doing fair play, doing well. Oh, that was a good shot there. That definitely connected from Jack. That was a good shot on Nye. We definitely saw that connect. It was a headshot, and yet Nye felt it as he's healing up. Jack didn't fancy the follow-up though. But that was a good little shotgun to the head. I think it was like 2 hits there, and Nye again. I mean, if there was like limited ammo, Jack would be in trouble. But he is just applying as much pressure. Nye, considering the amount of pressure is getting forced onto him, he is doing well at getting this high. But Jack again sees the problem, prevents it from developing. Trying to scope out Nye, make sure we don't come. Here you go though, Nye getting into the fight. Nye getting his way back up. Jack spots it and tries to prevent it. Here comes Nye now. Jack sees it. Jack sees the issue and deals with it. Nye doing anything he can to not get a shot landed on him. He's just trying to find his way up to Jack. Is this a wise idea, or does he think he should wait for Jack to come to him? Lots of turning points. Anything could happen. But Jack now getting forced to build higher and higher as Nye competes with him. This is good. This is good. Nye's refusing to get beaten in high ground, but so is Jack. Jack has not lost a single bit of high ground this round. Voice going dry, so we might need a glass of water soon.
My dad was in the room for like literally like 5 minutes. I was like, fuck.
Here we go now. Jack got as much high ground as possible. Applying loads of pressure on Nye there, forcing him to build. Nye needs to get out of that situation quickly. It ain't looking good for Nye here tonight. 4-1 down.
Is he going to build? There we go.
Obviously we can't see what's going on here on the other side of the build, so we're relying. Shots have been landed though. Shot to be landed, and there you go. Jack is going in to round semi-final. He has done it. He has beaten Nye with a 5-1 win. There we go. Jack will be heading into the semi-finals now. Absolutely cracking game unfolding in front of our very eyes there. Both respected fighters. There you go. If you just tuned in, Jack has taken the dub on tonight's PXP game. So that was absolutely great game. Well done to both fighters. If you want to come down, we'll have a little chat. Head up to the press conference room.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
And Nye's already here. He's already here crying. And Jack, right, we'll speak to today. Oh, here they are. Not happy. We'll speak to today's winner first. So if you want to sit in the chair, Jack. He ain't having it.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so you came into this fight today, didn't know what to expect. You said that you weren't having the best day on Fortnite. Are you confident going in to the semi-finals? You're now one step closer to that PXP trophy. You've progressed now through round 1, round 2, and now you're conquering the semi-finals. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are exactly like all cats off the Nye, because he did a brilliant performance. I mean, it is quite newbie of me, but I do apply a lot of pressure, and that is kind of my tactic. So, but he dealt with it well, and especially in the last round, where he got up to the same height as me, and in the third round, and he had a really good second round. I was not able to come back from it, but yeah, honestly, hats off. He's a sick player, and I was lucky to beat him, I think.
Crack him. And are you confident going into the semi-final?
Not particularly, but we'll always give it a go, I guess.
Yeah. And again, like, how do you think you played personally in your assessment of today's performance of your game?
I think I played alright. I had a really bad second round, but Nye saw where my weaknesses were and absolutely just rattled my skull. But I think I played alright though, on the whole.
Crack him. Well, today's winner in PXP, he is in front of our very eyes. It is Natterjack, guys. So GG, we're going to go and have a little chat to Nye. I don't know where you are. Oh, there he is. Right, Nye, how do you feel like you performed in that fight against Jack there?
I think I fucked up quite a few times. The pressure got to me quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was close actually, because we saw a few times that you were incredibly close to killing Jack. Obviously, that round where you got him down to 2 HP. What was going on? Incredibly frustrated.
Yeah, I was really frustrated. My accuracy today has just been really trash.
Well,
Which
it's one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how do you feel like your opponent performed against you? Was he hard to deal with? Was the pressure tactic hard?
Just constant wherever I was, and you'd always just have an eye on me. And I'm happy to lose to Jack because he is a great player. He's come so far, and I hope he's the one that wins this tournament.
Fair enough. Yeah, brilliant. Well, again, lads, as we said earlier on in tonight's fight, both respect. We've got 2 AJM members here, so go and like and subscribe for them. Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Nye in the tournament, but obviously there's going to be future tournaments. He's done really well. Did a flawless 5-0 win against George, which was a good night to remember. We've also got to remember that Nye was the first one to play the first PXP 2020 game. So, yeah, but again, we wish Jack all the luck for going into the semi-finals, really progressing now. And again, I always got to say it, respect to both of you guys for going at it 1v1 in on camera and stream as well. That's quite pressurised, and a lot of people can't do that because they get worried and pressurised. But at the end of the day, they're best mates, as you can see. They're doing best mates, and yeah, so we respect it. So Nye, GG, thank you for taking part in the tournament. That really helped us out. Jack, thank you for taking part, and we'll hope to see you guys in future tournaments. And obviously, it's not the end of the road here for Jack, as he'll be going into future tournaments. So all I can say, well done, lads. Thank you for putting on a great fight here tonight. Really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, well done, lads. Thanks for putting on a fight, and we'll catch you guys later.